Shut up and sit down.
Hi Fight fans, welcome to Split Decision Boxing. We're going to talk today a little bit about Saturday night's fight between Deontay Wilder and Dominic Breazeale. So hope you like this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and leave a comment below. Really keen to grow my audience. So Dominic Breazeale will take on Deontay Wilder in the early hours of Saturday morning. Sunday morning, Saturday night, Sunday morning. For those of you that are proper boxing fans and follow it, you'll know there's some genuine bad blood between these two. There was an incident in a hotel lobby a while ago, and there's accusations flying either way between the two of them. And consequently, that's ended up with Wilder coming out with a statement that this is the only sport where you can kill somebody and get paid for it, and basically saying that he fully intends to exercise that right on Saturday night, which I think is pretty disgusting. I've touched on that in a previous video. You'll see the link up above when the end credits come up if you want to see what I feel about that. I'm not going to touch too much on it now. Let's look at the fight. Let's look at the two fighters, compare stats, compare ability, and at the end of it, I'll give you a prediction of who I think is going to win. We're going to look at Breazeale first, being the challenger. 21 fights, 20 wins, 1 loss, 18 knockouts. He's got an 86% knockout rate, 33 years of age. Wilder, 40 fights, 39 wins, no losses, but he's got that one draw against Tyson Fury, and everybody, myself included, who knows about the game will tell you that Fury should have had that. Even with the knockdown, he should have had that fight. 39 knockouts. He's got a 95% knockout percentage. He's pretty impressive. Age 33, same as Breazeale. Height 6'7", same as Breazeale. Reach 83 inches or 211 centimeters, which gives him about 1.5 inches on Breazeale. So he does have that advantage there. And 135 rounds against Breazeale's 86 rounds. So he's got the experience of ring time as well. I'm not really sure how much that counts for, because you get your time in the when training. That's when you put your training rounds in with your sparring. Notably, as I say, he had that one draw, Wilder, against Fury. He looked like he'd sparked Fury in the 11th round, but Fury miraculously got up from it and shook it off and continued in the same vein that he continues for most of the fight, which for me was outboxing, outmoving, and outpunching Deontay Wilder, and should have taken the belt that night. No real notable competition for either of these fighters, despite the fact that Wilder is a WBC heavyweight champion of the world. If you look at the caliber of fighters that he's fought, they've been pretty poor, to be honest, and Breazeale the same, pretty poor. The only notable one on Wilder's card, I would say, is Ortiz, who he beat by TKO in March last year. What you have to remember, looking at Wilder's knockout percentage, one thing's for certain is he carries a big punch. For a small guy, for a heavyweight, he might be the same height as Breazeale, but he's going to be lighter, leaner, skinny legs, as he says himself. But somewhere, somehow, he does pull out these huge punches, but he swings wildly. He swings over the top. You know, his ring craft, I think, is really poor, which is where Breazeale, if he, you know, if he studied Wilder, if he can keep his chin down and keep his head guarded, he stands a good chance. It's a clever fighter can beat Wilder. You know, a smart fighter who can keep himself out of trouble. You know, Wilder says that you have to be perfect for 12 rounds. He has to be perfect for 2 seconds, and that is true. You know, if Wilder catches you, then you can be in serious trouble. But if if you're smart enough to keep out of trouble, then you stand a chance. How do I think this fight's going to go? I'm sorry to say that I think Wilder will probably win, and he'll probably stop Breazeale mid fight round 5, 6, or 7, I would say. He'll catch Breazeale. Once he catches Breazeale, if he disorientates him, it's game over. Having said that, Breazeale's got a fighter's chance. He's got a heavyweight fighter's chance. He's not 18 people out himself out of his 21 fights. So he's no mug, and he carries his own firepower. So equally, we haven't seen Wilder tested yet. We haven't seen his chin tested. So it'd be interesting to see if Breazeale can catch Wilder early on, unsettle him, frazzle his brain a bit. You never know. You might get a shock. There may be a shock on the cards. Personally, I hope so. I've seen enough of Deontay Wilder. I've heard enough of his big mouth, and I'd like to see it shut. If he doesn't do it, I really, really hope that AJ gets it on with him and puts him to bed. Because the sport doesn't need people to come out with what he's come out with. But there we go. That's my opinion. So final prediction. I think Wilder to win in round 5, 6, or 7 by knockout. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it the thumbs up. Please subscribe, and please leave a comment below. Thanks very much.
Shut up and sit down.